Hey guys, it's Henry from Mowers and Blowers. So this is part 4 of my John Deere LA105 project. As you know from episode 3, I asked for the opinions and comments of all my followers and the experts in small engine repair, whether or not the symptoms that I had with this, what was broken, whether or not this was worth it to fix. So I had about 30 comments or so, and out of the 30, predominantly 98 or something percent said that it's trash, don't fix it, it'll cost too much money to fix it, and then still there's no guarantees that it'll run properly, and to dump it. And so I'm going to take advice of the 98%, and I'm going to strip down everything on this engine and either keep the stuff that I might need for my future projects and sell some of the other stuff, but I have a feeling I'm going to need some of these parts because if I am to find an engine for that one and find an engine for this one, I'm going to need parts. And if it'd be silly if I sold the parts on eBay, which I normally do, right? I just power washed this one. It's pretty good after power washing. I mean, this dude like never cleaned his look, there's still some I can't even get it out. I have to do some more of that stuff. Anyway, this dude didn't clean his mower. It seems like forever, you know. I'm surprised that there's no rust on it, you know. And I also dug out this thing from the backyard. I changed the wheels to some better tires that hold air but still leak out, but at least I could, you know, pump it up and at least get it from the back to the front by pushing it, and it really wasn't that hard at all. So I'm going to power wash this later. My hose blew again, so I had to go get another hose. You know, those little hoses, those what do they call those hoses? I just got this from Home Depot. You know, these soft things here. You know, the ones that shrink up into a ball. You know, those things. Anyway, don't get the ones with the plastic nozzle, because the threads strip and then they leak, you know, especially under pressure like this. So I just went to Home Depot and bought this thing for, I think it was $29. Anyway, you need it, you know. The 1999 one is plastic. This one's brass. So you want the brass nozzle so that the threads won't strip, and you'll be able to use it for pressure washers. Great. So I just got that. So I'm gonna hook that up. Look at all the crap that was in that mower. Not retarded. And so I'm gonna power wash this bottom sump. Might sell that on eBay. Tractor number 2 with no engine. Tractor number 3 with no engine. Tractor number 1 with no engine. I need 3 engines. Somebody's going to come take a look at this later. Somebody's going to take a look at that later. And then I have another one in the back along with my little one. Anyway, so my next step, guys, is to power wash this. Finish power washing that, and I'm going to strip this engine of parts. I'm going to do a hyperlapse on that stuff. I've created kind of a mess. But looks great. I needed to do this. So I've got the tractors that have no engines parked in the corner here. These three, no engines. Yo necesito tres motors. Twin Husqvarnas up front, ready to sell. 3 no good. So here's the John Deere engine that I'm not going to fix. So now I'm going to part it out. So people always ask me how I take off a flywheel with not use the puller. Well, I actually do what Terrell does. You take a crowbar and you jam it like underneath the flywheel onto some part and put like upward pressure on it, and at the same time you stick the bolt back in there and bang on the bolt. So I'm gonna set this up. This is tough because the flywheel gears are right there. You have to put the chisel underneath there, or a crowbar, whatever, and you don't want to do it here because the fins are there. There's a hose there. That's not a good place. You got this thing over there. That's not a good place. Over here you have that lip, and then the flywheel's over there. So you know what? I think the only place to really put it is right where I have it, right there. It's a little precarious on this thing here, but look, you can tell that it's already moving only because the crankshaft is not attached to the bottom sump cover. So I'm just going to shove it in there, give it some upward thing, whatever, upward pull, and then bang on it after I put that thing there. I'm gonna let it roll and show you guys how fast it is. Alright, so apparently not that fast, right? I don't want to. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter anyway, So you just do that. Get a hammer, and see, this may not work because it's like I have to kind of hold it, the upward motion. This really isn't a good example of how to do it. Really bad. Can't really grip it good. Oh, there I got a good grip. There we go. And there you go. Flywheel's off. See? A lot of boogers in there. Normally you wouldn't have to pound it all that hard, but it wasn't a really good place to do it, you know what I'm saying? So it always works though. It's the Terrell way. A little unconventional, but it works. There's the stator, magneto, starter. I'm going to remove all those now. Here we go. There we go. I've got a little bowl full of screws. There's a starter, throttle panel, carburetor with intake manifold, exhaust manifold pipe, bottom sump, the 2 push rods, the dipstick assembly with the wiring harness, the stator. Here's the busted piston that caused all that trouble. Well, the piston could be good, but that's the connecting rod, completely shattered. An O-ring sitting over here. There's that flywheel you guys watched me take off. There's the cylinder head. That's still sellable, you know, after I clean it up. Anyway, lots of parts that I could use and sell on eBay. I'll probably decide which ones I want to sell, which ones I want to keep, what I should keep. You know, if I get another engine, some of these parts could really come in handy, especially if it's a salvage engine, you know, on a tractor that maybe doesn't work. Anyway, my phone died, and so now I'm on my way to Home Depot, but I've got kind of a delay here. Obviously, it's a firefighter's funeral procession, so just gonna wait until these guys pass by, and off I go. We're gonna get some orange and green spray paint, you know, and kind of shine up that Scots with that orange. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram.